Yo guys, what's up and welcome back to Marvelous Chats. If you like the content, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. My name is Finto.
And I'm Kyle Crunk, and we are back talking Titans. This week it was episode 11. I actually don't have the episode name in front of me for once. Episode 11, Titans. Just going straight into the episode while I get the title here. I really enjoyed this week's episode over what we've been getting. It was a pickup. All the B stories I was enjoying a lot more than I had in the past. I didn't think I was gonna like Donna and Tim, but then seeing them meet back up in person was like really enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot going on with. I'm kind of confused with where they're going to take some of the stuff with Dick. And, like, obviously, I guess, well, I mean, we'll get into it. He's going to have to be involved in the Lazarus Pit. Oh, yeah, now I remember, because this is a weird title that still didn't make sense to me at the end. The title is The Call is Coming from Inside the House.
Okay. I didn't even know the title at all.
Yeah, that's the title, which I think is, like, the name of, like, a horror movie.
Yeah, it's a kind of common thing that they say in horror movies, right? It's like, the call's coming from inside the house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was expecting that to have to do with like Bruce being back in the Batcave. So like the whole time I was hoping Bruce was back in Wayne Manor, and then he was gonna make some sort of like get the fuck out of my house moment with Crane and Jason, and that didn't happen.
I definitely thought that was gonna happen when fucking Red Hood did that that broadcast from inside the Batcave. I was like, oh shit, when Bruce sees that, he's going to be angry. So I'm surprised that didn't happen, to be honest.
Yeah, so we still that'd be like one of my only complaints with this episode would be really not giving us anything more with what's going on with Bruce. We have Donna has been back, and since Donna and Bruce talked, it's been 2 episodes now. And we haven't got anything from like, hey, she stopped me from killing myself. I don't know the bats in the Lazarus Pit. For a second I was like, are they going to try to make him come out of that? But he never actually died because she stopped him. Like, I don't know where they're going with the Bruce thing. That's why I wish they would have at least given us a breadcrumb. Talking with some friends, another complaint I do have is some of the stuff, and then we've talked about this in the past, is like being very force fed to us, like the moral that they're trying to get across, very CW style, like we've said in the past. Like, when Starfire does wake up in the apartment, she's like, I guess this was a power I had in me all along. It was my own or whatever. Yeah. And then the lady talks about her baby literally in the same exact way she just talked about the powers. Like, yeah, it was my little beautiful light in my future and my past, and it's all in, and I never knew I had it the whole time. And it's like, yeah, we get it. You just said that about her powers. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it was a bit cheese. There's a lot of cheese in this episode for me. I don't know. I just think it's a bit ridiculous that, Crane's just hanging around in like Wayne Manor and, like kidnapping pizza guys and all this stuff. Like, it's kind of crazy. And
him going crazy was funny. He had some funny lines there. Yeah,
like I liked. I thought it was funny. Like, he's kind of smug, like dancing around Wayne Manor, and he's down in the Batcave and stuff like that. I don't know, like, there was the Rachel story wasn't actually too bad. Like, I kind of liked seeing her back. I thought when her and Gar were looking for the pit, I actually thought they were like finding like a kind of secret passage into the Batcave with all the bats. So I don't know what there's a bunch of bats around a Lazarus Pit for. I don't understand that, but
I can't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was confused about that, but I can't tell you how happy I am that Gar finally has someone to kind of tromp around with. Yeah, because he hasn't had that this entire season, and he's been left at the wayside almost because of it.
Yeah,
and like he's even made like attempts, like, hey, let's go do stuff with other people, and they were just kind of like, ah, fuck off. Yeah. And now that Rachel's back, we'll finally, hopefully, get to see them get into some trouble together. I guess would be fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, why is Dick not using Connor? Like, he has a Kryptonian in his pocket. Like, why is he not using it? Like, it's ridiculous.
The biggest eye roll moment ever. You remember
the kryptonite dust?
Dude, remember the Mr. Freeze Batman with the bat nipples?
Yeah.
It had that Poison Ivy vibe where she does the same thing with her dust. And that's what I had a flashback to, is her going,
Yeah,
And I was just like, come on,
it
dude.
was kind of it was kind of bad. And I'm like, why are you not using them? I just don't understand it. Like, like you've got a Kryptonian who's like half Lex Luthor, so he's a genius Kryptonian. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can't fly, but he can do everything else. So I'm like,
And another thing that's
why are you
funny
not
is,
using them? Like, why don't you go take back the fucking Wayne Manor? Like, take back Wayne Manor. You just send fucking Connor in there, and he could take it back in 12 seconds himself. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, oh no, we've lost the Batcave. How? You have one guy in there who is just a normal dude who's lost his mind, and then you've got like Red Hood who like
uses guns, and you have
Dick,
a bulletproof guy.
Dick can fuck up Red Hood, no problem. Like, well, obviously not tonight. Like, we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, like I just don't, I don't understand it. Like, it's like send Crypto could go in and get the Wayne Manor back by himself. Like, you know what I mean? I just thought it's so ridiculous. Like, and I don't know if they're just keeping that open so that like it gives a storyline for Bruce to come back and take his house back. That probably makes the most sense.
Like, yeah, like that's what they have to do with it at this point because there's no other excuse.
Bruce is going to come in. Hopefully, I pray that he comes in a suit, yeah, and like, and it's not even him; it's just some beast in a suit, and he just comes in, fucks up Crane, throws him back in Arkham, and Jason gets a good knocking around as well by Batman. Like, I just think that's what needs to happen at the end of the season. I think the Titans are public enemy number one.
Yeah.
So it's like they can't be part of it. So part of me was thinking when Dick was in Wayne Enterprises, I thought he was going to find a spare Batsuit, and I was like, oh shit, like Dick's going to become Batman. That's where I thought it was going. And then he finds the kryptonite.
Out of there.
The kryptonite.
That was kryptonite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
I'm just like, whatever. I was kind of disappointed by it. Like, I was like, I can't believe they're just using kryptonite again. Like, it's just kind of boring to me at this stage. But and then like for me, like not normally throughout like the entire show, Grayson's like choreography is really good and the fight scenes are really cool and everything, but like this
was bad.
Yeah, it was awful, bro. This fight scene that they had with him and Jason was just awesome. Like, Jason's shooting automatic weapons at him from fucking 4 feet away and he can't hit him once. Like, I'm like, what? And then it turns around that his suit is bulletproof.
Yeah, and the suit's bulletproof, but he got shot earlier in the season. Like,
yeah, well, maybe they made amendments to the suit because he got shot or something. Like,
the choreography of the fight you're talking about turns into Jason using his guns as a melee weapon against him with the stun batons. Like, what?
It was just stupid, bro. And then he gets shot in the neck. I presume Dick is going to die and they're going to throw him in the Lazarus Pit.
100%.
Yeah, I presume that's where that's going.
Obvious. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they have Rachel, like, at the end of the episode, kind of like...
She's still connected to Dick.
She's connected to Dick, and she's like, something's going on. She starts freaking out. So I don't know if she's gonna like teleport him. I thought that's how it was gonna end, was her teleporting him there. And we'll see. I really think that even though this was a step up, they still have a lot of things that they need to work on.
Yeah, like I think the episode could have been good if they kind of cleaned up the choreography and had a really good fight at the end. That could have made the episode a lot better. I'm just thinking, like, it was like in episodes that were terrible during the season, they had good fight scenes. So now they get to an episode which is actually quite good. It's telling a lot of story. It's filling in a lot of blanks, and now there's no good fight scene. I'm like, what? How can they not?
Don't make me bring up Wheelchair Barb again.
Well, that was in the worst episode that was in one of the worst episodes of the season, so that's fine. But like, we had like kind of crappy episodes that had really good fight scenes in it, which kind of saved them a bit. Whereas this now is just, they're doing a complete 180. It's like, oh, we've got a good episode here. Let's cut back on choreography or something. I don't understand it. Like, I really don't.
They're really just losing everything that like got me as a fan of the show hooked as like the first season. Everything that got me hooked the first season, I feel like, is very few and far between anymore, and you see sprinkles of it here and there, and I don't know. I can say that I was hyped when this season was coming out. I can tell you as of right now, like, I'm guessing in a year or two from now, if they even get renewed, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's out, and then but I'm not gonna be like waiting on the edge of my seat for the next season type.
Yeah, I don't know if I even want to cover the next season of the show, to be honest. I probably would prefer to put my time and effort into something different, as terrible as that sounds. Like, I think you really need to, when this show finishes, you need to watch Doom Patrol, bro. Doom Patrol is incredible. and it's got 3 seasons now, so it's like, there's a good bit of bulk watching there for you, and you'll really enjoy it. Like it's crazy, it's messed up and all, like, but it's just fantastic storytelling. Like it really is.
Yeah.
The CGI in it is on par with Titans, and like, you'll laugh when you see Cyborg's suit. It's like honestly the worst thing ever. It looks like a Halloween costume, but you get it. The storytelling is so good in the show that you actually can get over it. I just sit there and accept the fact that this Cyborg is so bad, like looks wise, because the storytelling is so cool. So I don't know. I think that's what you need to watch next. But yeah, look, I know, like, rating wise for this episode, I'd probably give it a 6. Just because
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, 6. Just because we saw a few bits with Tim and stuff like that were kind of good, and Rachel's back, and there's a bit of chemistry between her and Gar, and there's a few good things happening. But again, it's still very slow. Like, there's only 2 episodes left now. Like, it's like, what are they going to do in the last 2 episodes?
And it feels so like they have so many loose ends to tie up. Like,
exactly.
They have Jason's relationship with his friend. They just have a million things to tie up. They have Bruce, and that's what we've been saying almost the whole season is they tried to focus on too many stories per episode instead of progressing 1 or 2 stories each episode further along. They try to progress every B story like a few minutes, and now we're still here with so much to be done when they could have had some of these stories tied off, and they could have set themselves up for a really cool finale. But it seems like less of a finale coming in, more of like tying off a whole bunch of loose ends, or they're just gonna give us like 6 cliffhangers.
To
try to draw us in.
I really don't know. But hey, time will tell. Guys, if you like the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I've been Finto, this is Kyle, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
See you guys.